Hey guys, welcome to another commentary done by FireX Fred. Commentary, shoutcast, replay, watching, whatever you want to call it. This is a game between LiquidHaypro down here. A little bit of lag. It looks like SjoW wasn't able to start his SCV right away. Anyway, LiquidHaypro down here in the bottom right as our yellow Zerg player, and in the top left as our red Terran player. It's SjoW. We see them talking a little bit. Both of these players are Swedish players, so they both know that obviously, and talking in Swedish, I assume there. I'm not sure what they said, but probably something having to do with lag. SjoW wasn't able to start producing SCVs right away. It's not going to be a really huge deal, but you never know at these really high levels. They get thrown off a little bit in the beginning, and then it's just a weird situation for them to be in. But anyway, we see pretty standard stuff. LiquidHaypro building a lot of drones right now currently. SjoW building his SCVs. SjoW is on the team Dignitas, representing Team Dignitas. Some other players that you might know from that team are Select. He was selected very well in the MLGs this past year, and he also tried to qualify for GSL. Didn't quite make it, I don't think. He definitely didn't make it, but just barely. Also Naniwa just added to the Dignitas team, so those are some pretty big names from that team. Haypro going for this very fast hatchery before spawning pool, so we'll see how that's going to be. But of course, LiquidHaypro coming from the Team Liquid, teamliquid.net, probably the best StarCraft 2 site in the world. It's very good forums. Go check those out if you have questions about strategies. You want to know more about the community in general. There is so much stuff there, and live streams constantly throughout the day, all times of the day. On that right panel, you can watch those. It's just a great resource if you want to know more about StarCraft. And of course, other Team Liquid players of note. Rhett, Huck, Jinro, Tyler, TLO, all of those players, huge players. They just have such a stacked team, and they're so fearsome. Pretty much globally, not just in the States here where I am, but definitely in Europe also with TLO over there, and representing in Korea. Jinro, of course, got to the round of 4 in GSL, but right now we do see a bunker coming down. Haypro's forced to pull drones off. We're going to see if he's going to be able to kill that SCV. Another bunker going down back there. Splits up his drones, going to try and take out this SCV as well as dealing with these Marines back here. If one of these bunkers goes up, it's going to be huge. That bunker does go up, but it looks like he does have Zerglings in time. They're going to be able to hold off for just a little bit. I'd like it if he sent a couple back to kill this SCV, and he's like, is that Marine going to get in? No, he turns around for just a second, and he doesn't get in. This bunker is going to, it does complete, but currently it looks like the pressure is going to be off for just a little bit. Haypro has enough Zerglings to cut off any reinforcements. SjoW does salvage those bunkers, so some very quick pressure there in the beginning. Metal block boost just now going down, as well as a command center for SjoW, that as well as 2 refineries. So that attack wasn't necessarily meant to kill LiquidHaypro. The biggest thing it was trying to do was to get those harvesters down. Each of these 2 Zerglings is potentially 1 drone that Haypro could have made. So that little attack forcing all those Zerglings right in the beginning is pretty big for SjoW. Now just building Marines, and it looks like there actually is a little hole here, so we'll see if that comes into play at all. Command center about halfway done. These Zerglings out scouting about. I really like that. As long as you have the Zerglings anyway, you might as well scout around with them. I mean, if he forces you to make them, and he does poke up there a little bit, trying to see what's going on. He does see those 2 bunkers. And this Marine is going to, Haypro getting a little hesitant there. Not sure what's going on. And he does find out that there is a little hole there. So he's going to be able to see this factory. He's going to get some great scouting information. These Marines were over here trying to take out these destructible rocks. We see in the income tab, 24 drones currently to 21 SCVs. This Zergling, getting his Zergling speed, is going to be able to just die, actually. But he did get some very, very valuable scouting information. Meantime, these Zerglings, since he was forced to make them, might as well use them. So he's got them on command to kill these rocks, then kill these rocks, and come back over here. That's a great thing to do. That's 2 clicks, 2 actions that you have to do, and it'll benefit you hugely later on. See, he's not paying attention to these at all currently, but they are doing what he needs them to do. Queens coming out, spitting larva very well. Powering drones really hard right now, actually. Let's look at the production tab. 7 drones being on the way. And for SjoW, we see a Hellion, as well as the Infernal Preigniter, the blue flame coming out. He did block off that little gap there with a supply depot, so that is very good. See this factory with the tech lab getting that blue flame out. Meanwhile, the Roach Warren coming down for LiquidHaypro. That is a very good thing, especially when Hellions are coming out. He might suspect that there are Hellions. He did see the factory. Let's take a look at his vision actually. Oh, and we see this Overlord actually in the base of SjoW, checking out everything that's going on. He might think that that's siege tanks, but he did see 1 Hellion, or 2 Hellions here, so he might know. And I really like this from SjoW. Just 1 Marine taking out this Overlord. He's like, I've got like a bunch of Marines right here, but I'm not gonna bother. I like that because it shows that SjoW isn't trying to be tricky at all. I mean, he's just saying, all right, you can see what I have. I'm just gonna count on being better than you to beat you, which is really quite an awesome attitude to have. Stimpack coming up for SjoW, and another hatchery coming down at the gold for Haypro, as well as the Spire. So we did get that lair up. Spire is about halfway done, starting that creep spread. That's going to be very, very important when any pushes come. These Hellions gathering up here, looking very menacing. They took out that Zergling at the tower. They could probably kill this automaton if they really wanted to. He's mechanical, so some SCV might be able to repair it if he really needed to. In a dire situation where the automaton 2000 is about to die, you really might want to repair it. Overlord coming in here, spotting that expansion is up. This Zergling darting around. Zerglings are so good for this, and a lot of Zergs don't use them for such. That's 25 minerals right there, just to see when stuff is coming out. And that Hellion on move command, not even attacking it. These Hellions, I'm really curious to see what they're going to do. So many of them, and they do have that blue flame, so if they get into a mineral line, they will just absolutely destroy it. Meanwhile, glial reconstitution about halfway done for those roaches. They're going to be able to catch up to those Hellions a lot more. Here come the Hellions. They're going to be able to take out the Zerglings very quickly. Roaches are really the only thing that they have to deal with. Oh, and that's a Hellion's daydream right there. Oh man, if he can get over there to those workers. And some decent splitting for Haypro. Let's see, 6 kills on that Hellion, 8 kills, 9 kills on that Hellion. I can only assume that the other Hellions were just as many. Muta's popping out though, that's going to shut down that Hellion and harass quite a bit. Another Spine Crawler going up. Glial reconstitution is about done, so that will also help with that Hellion